Good morning, Whole Fit Leader team. I'm going to jump right in. I'm just going to take 5 minutes with you. So if you're watching the recording, welcome. And you'll notice in the description section of this video, I included our BOGO toolkit for our team. So if you are brand new to our business builder team, I want to welcome you to what's going to be a pretty fun week next week. It's going to be fast moving. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. You're going to see a lot of people taking great interest in doTERRA next week because for a lot of people, the cost of putting themselves first and taking action on their ownership of their life and their healthcare, often the biggest barrier for them is cost. It maybe was for some of you. Maybe you were using a lot of other brands before doTERRA, and then perhaps you started this journey because there was a promo going on. Tap the screen if that was you. If you think back to why you started with doTERRA, was it because of a BOGO week like next week or some really hot promo? Hi to you guys who are live. Lauren, hello. Wendy, Sheen, Sue, Jennifer. Yes, happy Sunday. So, what I want to review with you guys specifically as business builders is a topic that I've been thinking a lot about lately. Some of you know that I lead a promo committee with doTERRA. It's been a lot of work where I work with these fabulous women, about 4 of them, and we actually know the promos ahead of time, and we work with doTERRA to be a voice between the field and between doTERRA, and to clean up the FAQs, to create crisper images, inspiring you to share. We take a look at promos that are coming up and give feedback on, you know what, this is too much, or this doesn't make sense, or that kind of thing. And I want to share with you something I've noticed, and I've given this feedback to doTERRA. I've actually recommended that the promo committee end within the next couple of months, mainly because what you see happen when you give everything to somebody, especially somebody who is a leader and who is an entrepreneur, it can kill their spirit, their creative spirit, the taking of initiative that happens when we're not given everything. And I've been thinking so much about this lately because of what I started to see. We started doing this folder, the promotion folder, back in February. We started doing it. And the first month we released it, it was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. There was like so much gratitude around it. It was really needed. And we started to make some really good changes within the promotions and how we run them because of this committee. So there's been a lot of positives to it. But over the months that followed, I started to notice the gratitude drop and the expectation rise. And I also started to notice that you just didn't see a lot of that creativity happening anymore. You know, you'd see a lot of the same photo circulating, not a lot of initiative happening, and just that mojo died, for a lot of the highest level leaders. And so for those of you that are brand new, it's been probably really awesome, right? Because you can go to that folder, got a hair. You can go to that folder and you can find what you're looking for, and it's quick, right? And I love it for that. And there probably will be something like that does continue. And I certainly, as your leader, I'm very focused on how we can do things in a simple way, and how we can take an idea, break it down, make it simple, and have you just go and run with it. I love that concept, but what I want to see is that you rise up in your creativity and you're inspired to share in your unique way. This is what separates the pros from the amateurs in this business. And what I titled this video was, BOGO Week is where you see the entrepreneurs and where you see the wantrepreneurs. And what I mean by that is somebody who, and by wantrepreneur, that would be defined as somebody who just kind of does the basics, like maybe gets up in the morning and posts the BOGO for the day, assuming that everybody's going to be right on it and just by 5, right? Like everybody on your team is just going to do it, and you did your job for the day. That would be a wantrepreneur. That would be somebody who would probably say quite a lot, I just don't know why my business isn't growing. And I'm going right in with you guys because to our customer group yesterday, I did a video like this with them to get them pumped up, to clarify how to order. My message to you guys as builders on this team is this is your week to show your why, your dreams, your vision for your life and your business, this is your week to show it how committed you are. So what an entrepreneur would do this week is they would have already gone through the BOGO toolkit I posted yesterday. They saw the announcement that it's coming. Maybe they were already prepared for it because we kind of know it happens most Julys. And they've gone through the success checklist. They've made their list. They're thinking about how they're going to show up next week, what their commitment is. They've also cleared their calendar. They have carved out at least an hour every single day because it is going to be a hot week. Now, many of you could do nothing in your business and you will still have volume come in. This is why this is a complete gift from doTERRA and totally strategic. doTERRA knows that July, people are out and they're loving summer, right? You're all seeing it in your business. Those of you that are growing right now, it's because you're thinking outside of the box. You're being very creative. You know, you're not just inviting people to a class, but maybe you're like my mom back here. Hi, Mom. Say hi. Mom, you're on.
Oh, hello.
My mom's supposed to be good. My mom is doing a make and take with bracelets, and she's keeping it very like summer feel. And she's got some nice women coming over this week. And she, you know, rather than just doing an intro to oils class, she's thinking outside the box. And I mean, for those of you that have classes this week, awesome, because you're going to have a lot of people who enroll because of the BOGO. Okay. So here's my message to you. If you're hearing this for the first time and you don't know what BOGOs are, maybe you're a leader who has been feeling stuck. This is your week, you guys. Like, you can't have a week like this be handed to you and then in 2 months be saying, I just don't know why my business isn't growing. This business is a mirror. It reflects your energy. It reflects how you show up every day, and it reflects how you serve. So like I said, just posting the BOGO for the day and assuming the business is just going to flow in, yeah, maybe it will, but your real growth will become because you hop on Facebook Live every day and do an uncomfortable video, you know, where you play with your fear and you show people your life and you show them how you're using that day's BOGO oil. Maybe you're running a VIP group where you're pouring into your personal enrollments. You've added them to a special group you've created, and you're educating them throughout the day. Yes, it's summer, and yes, you know, your kids and, you know, real life is happening, but you know what? This is how we do our do. And the how of your business matters. How you show up, how you do BOGO week matters to the growth you're going to have in a couple of months. So here's your call to action. Go pour a coffee or a tea. Sit with our BOGO toolkit. Again, this is something that's been created and handed to you. It's a complete gift. There's so much in there. And I have to tell you, I worked on this all day yesterday for you. All day. Like making it helpful, making it simple to follow, making it something that you could take and allow your creativity come through. Okay? It is a gift. And if you haven't looked at that toolkit, or many of you have uplines who have created a version of this of their own, I love it. You need to look at what you've been given and think about how you can honor what you've been given by showing up in a big way this week. There is a success checklist on page 6 of the toolkit. I'm looking at it right now. And it is like the non-negotiables of what you need to do if you are here in this group, to be honest. This is your success list for BOGO week. But the most important thing, I see this happen all the time. People get really burned out during BOGO week. They get really stressed. And I even saw presidentials. I'm in like some Voxer groups. I saw presidentials complaining that BOGO was handed to us this week. Can you believe that? Like, no, this is a total gift. And the reason that this week will burn you out is if you aren't going into it with the proper expectations and being prepared. So take a look at your schedule next week. Like your business, it's going to rain, you guys, next week. It's going to be awesome if you're prepared. Don't wake up every morning stressed. I mean, every morning we're going to have the BOGO posted here for you, beautiful images you can share. So just decide, how are you going to communicate that out? What's your plan? And who are you going to talk to about it? You know, publicly or within your own groups. I mean, how are you going to make it easy for people? That's up to you to figure out. We can give you all the scripts, we can give you all the pictures and everything, but it's up to you to decide your action and decide who you're going to be talking to and decide how it's going to happen. Are you going to wake up in the morning and your kids are going to be, starving for breakfast and you're trying to post the BOGO? Or are you going to get up a little bit earlier this week and do what you need to do? So you're not complaining about BOGO week, but you're actually realizing what a gift it is. The other thing I did for you yesterday in our BOGO kit was I recorded a video in our Whole Fit Oil group with basically going through how to order and the top questions. I went through the FAQ. I uploaded it to YouTube so that you guys can share with your groups if you find that helpful. Maybe you want to link that video to the top of your page this week, just so people can find something quick. There's also images, right, in our BOGO kit, like an FAQ image and a how to add a second LRP image, because those are the top questions. So anyway, I gotta go, but I just wanted to make sure you saw the toolkit and that you've developed your plan. Don't go into this week and get blindsided by how busy it's going to be, because guess what? Next week, after BOGO week ends, then you can go back to the non-crazy. You can go to the spa in 2 weeks, okay? But show up in your business this week. It is a complete gift, and the only people that are going to be growing in a couple of months are the ones who understand that right now. Sue says she's blocked off 3 hours each morning and 1 hour each evening to tidy up. Love it. Yes, you know what? You need buffer time, right? You need time at the end of the day to prep. This is not your week to watch Netflix when the kids go to bed. This is your week to take a look at your plan for the next day. Hey, Bex. Hi, Catherine. Yeah, meal prep. Do some meal prep today. Get the house ready for the next couple of days. Do another meal prep session on Wednesday. Hi.
I just want to say thank you, because very few presidential diamonds do this. You're awesome. Thank you.
Mom. Let's give it up for moms who support us in our business and who say yes to doing the business with us, sometimes with a little bit of coercion. Hi, honey. Catherine's getting up before the sun. Awesome. Gwen's getting up when the rest of the world sleeps. Yes, this is what BOGO week is all about. And I want to tell you something, one last tip I want to drop. It's a hot one. What you do this week will be the new normal in 6 months for you. So when you guys look at leaders and you're just like, I don't know, you look at someone like an Alice Nichols on Instagram, follow her, she's awesome. You look at her and you're like, I don't know how she does it. When you look at people like that, the reason they live from that space is because they took the time to cultivate that as their normal. So what could you implement this week that will become the new you in a couple of months? It'll just become who you are, okay? Somebody who takes ownership of their time, their success, and they show up and they add value to people's lives. That's what this week is all about. Okay? Okay. All right. I gotta go. But I cannot wait to see what you guys do. One last thing. Take a look tonight before you go to bed at your team volume. Go take a look at your overall volume. Take a screenshot of it or something so you remember, so that you can have a baseline going into this week of what your team does. Just to let you know, last February, our BOGO, as a team, we did almost $230,000 worth of oils in 5 days. It was pretty crazy. It'll probably be a little bit busier this time. How much of that will be driven by you and your team? I can't wait to see what you guys do. I'll take a picture of our volume so we can track it. But like I said, go check out that kit. Everything's in there. Okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow with the BOGO.